Hey, bro, if you want to date a bunch of Shaniquas, go for it, man.
LaQuisha.
Yeah, like me and Fresh aren't really down with the brown like
Nah,
that.
man.
We ain't Night Riders.
Nah,
so
bro, I'm good.
You know, sometimes if they're, you know, red bone, but like in general, me and Fresh don't dabble in the dark, if you know what I'm saying.
Yo, Fresh and Fit, what are y'all doing? Y'all making us black men look the worst. If you don't like girls, just say that. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel if you are not a Red Pill member, because we don't need you over here. Trust me. Fresh and Fit are the head of the Red Pill hyper-masculine community. The main objective of their influence is to empower lame ass through the belittlement of women. Myron Gaines, also known as Fit, and Walter Weeks, also known as Fresh, have continued to pollute their community of lost single men through spewed hatred of women. The two of these gentlemen are experiencing a terrible identity crisis, and this oozes out through their terrible takes. The Red Pill community gang might be the most toxic group of men on the internet. White men, black men, Hispanic men, Asian men have all come together on their shared thoughts about women and them being less valuable than men. These ideologies have been around for quite some time, actually going back to when Andrew Tate was at the prime of his career.
Life for a man is harder than life for a woman. We need to have a lot of shit to be an important man. To be a woman, you need makeup. If you're truly beautiful, you don't need anything else. I've been on boats in Dubai with 19-year-old Moldovan girls. The guy who got that boat needed $100 million. That bitch, makeup.
19 years old. She's how old? That's crazy. That's crazy. 19? That's crazy. After learning about the Red Pill community group, I came to the conclusion of Fresh and Fit just being a pair of guys who hate being around girls and would much rather be around guys. The problem lies within when you start spewing these hatred comments, disrespecting women live on your channel just for views and clicks and the laughs and giggles of a bunch of lonely men. That shit is sick to me.
Your mom does, and everything you're saying bounce off of me and sick. You that fucking on.
You smell like onions. You smell like onions.
The amount of ignorance that Myron and his co-host reveal in their podcast, it blisters my mind. How can you, being raised by a woman, specifically a black woman, say these negative things toward women and then expect them to adjust in the way that you would like them to? That is the mind of an insane, disconnected person. Their aggressive approach to how they treat women just makes me believe that they had a troubled childhood when it comes to girls. Maybe they were that guy, they were those people in class that didn't really get much attention for the women. In fact, they were the complete opposite of the jocks and the smart guys. They were just the bottom barrel. Not everyone can be Mr. Popular, I can't lie to you. But to carry this hatred throughout your high school career, it just hinders your social ability. If your most prominent opinions about women come from your past, you can't live in the future. You can't judge someone based on what another girl did. You can't judge the general consensus of women based upon how 2 or 3 girls treated you. Like me going to Walmart up the street saying, oh, since this Walmart was dirty and filthy, I'm assuming that every Walmart ever created is the same as the one that's up the street from me. That was a crazy ass example, but y'all get what I'm saying here. To get a real understanding of who Fresh and Fit were, I had to watch a few of their videos to understand where they were coming from with their points. They are hyper-masculinists, but they have feminine characteristics. The whole setting of their podcast is Fresh on the right hand side, Fit left hand side, and then the rest of the panel on their podcast are typically women. The setup of their podcast is them going back and forth arguing with women about what men should do, what men shouldn't do, what women should do, what women shouldn't do. And yes, that conversation can be objective, but a lot of the time their emotion is the foundation of their argument. A grown-ass man arguing with a woman about any topic, it's feminine energy. That's literally what it is. When they go back and forth with these women, don't get me wrong, it's super entertaining. It keeps their viewers engaged, which they're checking all the check marks that a content creator needs to be checking, especially when it comes to their viewership. But when it comes to objectivity and value in the videos that he's putting out there for people, I lose my train of thought, or I lose the progression of the video through these arguments. More of an interruption than an interaction. It's not Myron's responsibility to bring value in his videos, but when you sell a course or you put on this facade to a bunch of, or a group, an enormous large group of people that I'm a hyper-masculine male, I'm who you need to be looking up to, I'm who you should model your life after, you have a certain responsibility to give value to these viewers. I don't get that from you. I, as a man, am not gonna raise my voice at my girlfriend or my mother due to something that we disagree about, because I know that I am a man and that is not my duty. I can disagree with you without raising my voice and without showing emotion, because as men, we're supposed to be grounded when it comes to emotion. Our foundation is supposed to be logic. not emotion. You think. You don't feel. I'm throwing a disclaimer out there. I'm not saying that since our foundation of logic, or our foundation is logic, that must mean that subsequently women's foundation is emotion. I'm just speaking for men in this. I love my women out there, especially my girlfriend. I love you. And all honesty, a part of me would like to give Fresh and Fit the benefit of the doubt. We are all on a platform, and our objective, our job is to put out content that people will watch. So I know that in some way, shape, or form, the need and the want for views is going to manipulate what they say. It's kind of like a shock value based situation. If you think about Charleston White, he says a lot of shock value based things that get him millions and millions of views.
The game is simple. I have a list of names. Describe each person using the first word that comes to mind. Jada Pinkett Smith.
Bitch.
I can't be mad at him for understanding that strategy on YouTube and exploiting it. You have a group of people who actually believe and practice the same things that you talk about on your podcast, which ends up destroying our communities. If you think about Andrew Tate was the sole proprietor of this red pill movement. He sold this ideology to men that high value, low value. Well, Kevin Samuels and Andrew Tate did the same thing, but you have the high value man, you have the low value man, right? The high value man is rich. He can pay all the bills. He has access to all the girls he wants. That he is with, they do whatever he says. They cook and clean as long as he pays the bills and acts as that manly stature in their life. And I respect that. But that's not everyone's reality. Andrew Tate is a millionaire. Myron Gaines is, I'm pretty sure he's up there in the money. They have resources that a majority of their audience don't have. The lifestyle that they're selling to their audience is something that's not obtainable by the average motherfucker. The average person is probably spending all their money on these courses. This shit is a scam, bro. Come on, wake up. First video that I watched on Myron Gaines was when he was on a Clubhouse interview or a Clubhouse discussion with a bunch of, I would call them white nationalists. In the beginning, I was there for the political aspect. I was literally just driving around the city, just watching videos on YouTube, you know, for my mental sake. There was something about this conversation that Myron Gaines had with these white nationalists that rubbed me the wrong way. And I don't want to say that in a mysterious way. There's obvious reasons as to why somebody would be offended, or a black man would be offended by what they were saying in Myron Gaines.
While Myron is not on the stream, a guy comes on and posts something in the comments, which we cannot really put out here, but it's really bad. He calls Myron the N-word, okay? In so many words. He calls Myron the N-word, and then he's saying this in the chat. Now, while he thinks that Myron is asleep, remember, he doesn't think that Myron is there at all. Basically, none of those people are basically defending Myron.
In the beginning of the video, I mentioned that they're having an identity crisis. They don't like dealing with black women. They don't date black women. They don't want to marry into the black culture. You're entitled to who you like. There's not more to say about that. But you being a black man talking down on the black community as much as you do, and then you try to hurry up to the other community in which you would like to be accepted, and they show you that you're not who they are, that has to be the biggest wake-up call to a stupid motherfucker. You would think that would be a wake-up call to Myron Gaines, but he still wants to play middle field and side with the side that literally called him these racial slurs on the podcast. Sick, man. It's sick. Bro, if you don't want to be black, I'm sorry. You were born a black man. Get the hell over it, bro. It's okay to be black. Melanin is winning, my brother. Damn, melanin will win. Myron Gaines, you must be stopped in 2025, my brother. And yes, you are black. I will reiterate that to the day that I die. You are a black man. I don't care if you're Sudanese, Senegalian, Ethiopian. You are a black man. Just get that into your system. Be prideful of it. Stop running to a group of people, a group or a community of people that don't really like you. They're cosplaying to be your friend for your influence, dog. It's been exposed one too many times. Especially in that Clubhouse interview. I'm still traumatized from that. I felt sorry for the man. Damn. I personally don't subscribe to the red pill thoughts and ideologies because at the end of the day, it just seems like they have one purpose, and that is to degrade women and uplift each other. And I don't find the second part of that equation wrong. It's just the degrading women part that I can't get along with. I know too many women. I have a girlfriend, my sister, my mother, my grandmother. I love these people in my life, man. I can never speak on them the way that Myron speaks on them. Red Pill community and Fresh and Fit, they do have a point about masculinity. Masculinity has been something that's been buried alive. To have someone that prioritizes that masculinity, or that prioritizes and wants to summon that inner masculinity in the men around the world, I don't fault them for that. I actually applaud them for it, but it's just the way that you go about succeeding that mission of prioritizing masculinity that I disagree with. I say all that to say, be nice to one another, man. But look, if you enjoyed the video, if you enjoyed my take on this, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Let me know how y'all felt about what I said in this video in the comment section. And until next time, make sure to leave safe on nobody with your peace. It's in Greece. Boo.